There are a lot of, I guess you call them existential issues, issues dealing with human existence, which are common to everybody, that are largely untapped in cinema. It's just a whole area of thinking about the world that a lot of people don't do.
There's this double-edged sword when you find something extremely interesting that it may be too interesting for, you know, the mainstream tastes of Hollywood. And that was sort of the case with this script. It was, even though the script was fascinating and interesting and about lots of things, most people's eyes glazed over when I even would discuss it. Luckily, I have a partner who's, you know, got a great imagination, and I called Harold and I said, and I don't often do this, I said, this one you have to read.
I was totally engaged right from the beginning. One thing Danny did in his original script was start it in the middle.
You know, now it would be considered independent movie style. At that point, it was European.
Hey, Phil? Phil? Hey, Phil Connors.
Ned?
The entire first act was this man, this weatherman, for some unpredictable reason, knowing what people are going to say before they say it, knowing things that are going to happen before they happen.
6, 5 quarters.
There's something magical about it that makes you go, huh.
So one of the first things we told Danny when we met, we said, we love that it starts in the middle. You know, one thing we don't want to, you know, drop that. We're gonna keep that. It's very hip. It's very cool that you started right, you know, with the thing already happening.
This is Tom. He worked in the coal mine until they closed it down.
And her?
It's Alice. Came over here from Ireland when she was a baby. She lived in Erie most of her life.
He's right. And her?
Nancy. She works in the dress shop and makes noises like a chipmunk when she gets real excited.
Hey!
Of course, the first thing we did when I started rewriting it was Whitney White, our development executive, said, well, you know, isn't it kind of, don't you think the audience will feel cheated if they don't see his reaction to the onset of the time warp? I said, maybe. She said, well, you know, why don't you just write it, you know, and see, you know, if you don't like it, you don't have to use it. So, of course, I wrote it and we kept it.
That's the way they wound up doing the film, and it works great. So at this point, I have no problems with it. But at the time, I was quite married to that idea of not having that predictable first act. I wanted to get right into the repetition stuff right away.
What would you do if you were stuck in one place and every day was exactly the same and nothing that you did mattered?
Now that sums it up for me.
The other thing we told Danny we'd never do, which one thing we thought was totally cool about his script, was he never explained where the time warp, why it happened. You know, what is the cosmological source of it? Is it astronomical, or is it karma? You know, what is it? We didn't know.
What the hell?
In the course of looking for the lead, I think the list was pretty heavy with comedic actors, and we wanted someone who had an everyman quality, but also, you know, could play a little ornery, but still lovable, which is, you know, defines Bill Murray in a way.
Don't mess with me, pork chop. What day is this? It's February 2nd. Groundhog Day.
One of his characteristics is he's not afraid to be cruel. He knows how to work that cruel character.
Harold?
Ready?
Harold, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Are you a director or a stylist?
Okay, ready?
All right.
He seems to come by the nasty part, quite honestly, the self-centeredness and all. And Bill Murray really does understand that character. I mean, you know, he's not a movie star by accident. You know, he understands vanity and self-centeredness.
I'd like to dedicate this take to Peter, a guy who's kept me in focus more often than he hasn't. Thanks, man.
So it made him the perfect guy to play that.
Someday somebody's going to see me interviewing a groundhog. I think I don't have a future.
I think it's a nice story. He comes out. He looks around. He wrinkles up his little nose. He sees his shadow. He doesn't see his shadow. It's nice. People like it.
When Andy came in and met Bill for the first time, the chemistry between Bill and her was almost exactly what we had imagined this would be. Bill remained his mischievous self and charming at the same time, but there was a little bit of sort of reverence for her.
Would you like some blood sausage? I have some here in the glove
I
compartment.
like bug sausage.
She was so natural. She just was cracking up. Bill was making her laugh so much, and they were so wonderful together, and there was a very strong Beauty and the Beast quality.
He's not only my rough and tough, but I don't bathe that much. People give me a lot of space.
I believe that.
She is kind of luminous, you know. I mean, she has this perfect, you know, skin and lovely natural quality. And Bill is, you know, he's you know, a few miles of, you know, rough road there, you know. And yet, you know, they looked great together, and she seemed to really just enjoy him so much.
You're missing all the fun. These people are great. Some of them been partying all night long. They sing songs till they get too cold, and then they go sit by the fire and they get warm, and then they come back and they sing some more.
Yeah, they're Hicks, Rita.
I have great admiration for him, and I loved watching him work. And I didn't mind for 1 minute being the straight person with him, because I cannot do what he does. But I don't think anybody can. I mean, that's what makes him so special.
Phil Connors, I thought that was you.
Hi, how you doing? Thanks for watching.
Hey. Now, don't you tell me you don't remember me, because I sure as heck fire remember you.